The sky above the distant planet was calm and clear. The stars twinkled softly as if watching something special about to happen. Far away in the dark space beyond, a strange vessel moved slowly toward the planet. It was unlike anything the people of that world had ever seen before. The ship was big and smooth, shining with light that made it easy to see even from far away. In the heart of the planet's main city, a woman named Clara stood on a tall balcony. She was the queen of this place. She looked strong and kind. Around her, many people waited nervously. Clara was not like the others in this world. She was human, just like the visitors coming from space. She ruled the city with care and hope. Her people trusted her. The city was quiet now. People watched the sky, hoping for good news. The unknown ship was getting closer. Clara's mind raced with many questions. Who were the travelers? Were they friends or enemies? Would they bring peace or trouble? Nearby, 3 men stood with Clara. Their names were Evan, Lucas, and Noah. They were her closest advisors and helpers. They also were humans. Evan was calm and thoughtful. Lucas was brave and ready for anything. Noah was kind and wise. Together they made a strong team. The queen spoke softly to her team. "We must be careful. This ship is new to us. We do not know what to expect." Evan nodded and said, "We will welcome them with respect. We want peace, not war." Lucas looked up at the ship and added, "We should be ready for any danger, though." Noah smiled and said, "Let's hope they come with good hearts." The ship slowly entered the planet's air. It moved with care and landed in a large open field outside the city. Many people came to watch. The ship's door opened, and a figure stepped out. It was a man. He wore a suit that looked different and strange to the people of the planet. He walked carefully, but with confidence. The queen and her team walked down from the balcony and moved toward the man. The crowd followed quietly. Everyone wanted to see what would happen next. The man's eyes were calm as he looked at the people. He smiled slightly and spoke in a voice that all could hear. "My name is Liam," he said. "I come from a place called Earth." At the sound of the word Earth, the queen stopped. Her eyes grew wide. She took a deep breath and then said, "Welcome, Liam. I am Clara, queen of this world." The crowd was silent. The name Earth was a name many remembered only in stories. Liam looked around carefully. "I know you have heard of Earth control," he said. At these words, the queen and her team suddenly froze. Their faces showed surprise and fear. No one moved or spoke for a moment. The name Earth control was powerful and filled with many meanings. It was both a warning and a hope. Clara stepped forward. Her voice was steady but low. "Earth control. You thought it was only a story." Liam nodded. "It was once a story, but now it is real again. Earth control is the government that leads my people. We come in peace." The queen studied him closely. She could see he was honest, but the fear of the unknown stayed in her heart. The men with Clara looked at each other. They wanted to believe Liam. They wanted to trust the visitors. But old fears were hard to forget. The queen spoke again. "We will talk and learn more. But for now, you are our guests." Liam bowed his head slightly. "Thank you, Queen Clara." The crowd began to relax a little. People whispered among themselves. Some were hopeful, others worried. The queen led Liam and his small group to a large hall in the city. There they could talk in peace and without fear. The queen knew this moment was the start of something new and important. In the hall, Liam showed pictures and stories about Earth. He told how people on Earth had faced many problems, but worked hard to build a better world. The queen and her team listened carefully. They asked many questions about Earth and its people. Liam answered honestly and with hope. The queen felt a strange feeling inside. She had ruled this planet for many years and faced many dangers. But meeting these visitors from Earth was different. It was both scary and exciting. She saw in Liam and his friends a chance for her people to grow and learn. After hours of talk, the queen made a decision. "We will give you time to rest," she said. "Tomorrow, we will learn more and decide what the future holds." Liam nodded with a small smile. "We are ready to share and to listen." The queen stood tall. "Good. Let this be the start of a new friendship." Outside, the stars shone brighter than before. The city felt alive with new hope. The unknown ship waited quietly in the field. The Queen and her team looked up at the sky, knowing that their world was about to change forever. The name Earth Control was no longer just a story, it was real, and it had come to their door. The night grew deeper, but inside the city, people dreamed of a better future. One where strangers could become friends. One where humans from different worlds could work together. The Queen smiled softly, ready to face the challenges ahead. The journey was just beginning. The next morning, the city woke under a soft, golden light. The air was calm, but the people's minds were busy. The arrival of the unknown vessel had changed everything. News spread fast, and everyone wondered what would come next. Would the strangers bring help or harm? Would the stories of Earth's control be true? Queen Clara stood again on her balcony, looking out over the city. Her thoughts were heavy but clear. Today was important. She had to learn more about these visitors from Earth. She needed to know if her people could trust them. Beside her stood Evan, Lucas, and Noah. They all shared the same quiet feeling. The future was uncertain. Inside the Great Hall, Liam and his crew prepared to meet the council of the city. The council was made up of wise men and women chosen to help the Queen rule. They wore simple clothes but carried the weight of their people's hopes. The hall was large and bright, filled with light from many windows. People gathered silently, waiting for the talks to begin. Liam stepped forward with calm confidence. His voice was steady as he spoke to the council. We come from Earth, a planet far from here. Our home was once broken by wars and problems, but we learned to work together and build peace. Earth Control is the name of our government now. Unites all people under one goal. To explore, to protect, and to help others. The council listened closely. Some looked doubtful, others curious. One man named Daniel spoke up. Your stories sound good, but how do we know you are not here to take our land or our resources? Liam nodded. I understand your fear. Our history is long and not always good, but we offer friendship, not conquest. Our technology is advanced, but we want to share it to help, not to harm. Clara watched the exchange. She could see the council's worries, but also the hope that came with Liam's words. She spoke then, her voice strong and clear. Trust is not given lightly. We will watch and learn. But if Earth Control truly means peace, then we will welcome this chance. The talks went on for hours. Liam showed maps of Earth and its colonies on other planets. He told stories of how humans had survived disasters and built strong communities. Council asked many questions about Earth's ways and their people's lives. Liam answered all honestly. Lucas, who stood near the Queen, whispered, They need to see our good side too. Maybe we should invite them to visit our homes. Clara nodded. That is a good idea. Let them see the life we live here. After the meeting, Clara invited Liam and his crew to visit the city. She wanted them to meet her people and understand their culture. Liam agreed gladly. Said, we want to learn from you as much as you want to learn from us. The streets of the city were full of life. People went about their daily work, but many stopped to look at the visitors. Children ran to see Liam and his friends. They smiled and waved. The visitors returned the smiles, feeling welcome in this new place. At a market, Liam saw fruits and foods he had never seen before. He tasted them with interest. Clara walked beside him, explaining the plants and their uses. Our world is different from Earth, she said. But life is good here, and we want to keep it that way. In a small garden, Evan spoke with a young woman named Maria. She told him about her family and her dreams for the future. Evan listened carefully, said, We want to help you reach those dreams. Earth Control works for people like you. As the day passed, trust grew. The people of the city saw that the visitors were kind and honest. The visitors saw a peaceful, strong community ready to work together. The Queen smiled quietly, knowing this was the start of something new. That night, around a fire in the Queen's hall, Clara, Liam, and the council talked again. They shared stories of their worlds and hopes. Clara said, We must be patient. Trust takes time, but today was a good day. Liam agreed. We are here to stay and to build a future with you. Earth Control is more than a name. It is a promise. Outside, the stars shone bright. The unknown vessel rested quietly. The people of the city slept with hope in their hearts. Tomorrow would bring new challenges, but they were ready to face them together. The next day, The city was busy with activity. News of the visitors spread quickly. People wanted to see the newcomers and learn more about them. The Queen's decision to welcome the humans had given hope to many. The streets were filled with curious faces and eager voices. Everyone talked about the strange ship and the people from Earth. In the large hall, the Queen, Clara, prepared for another meeting with Liam and his crew. Today's talk was more serious. The council wanted to know more about Earth control. They needed answers to calm their fears and understand the truth. Clara stood tall and looked at the visitors with steady eyes. Liam returned the look with calm respect. Liam began. Earth control is the government that leads all of Earth's people. It was created to bring peace after many years of war. We learned that fighting only made things worse. So we chose to work together as one people. We showed a small device with pictures and data. The images showed Earth's cities, farms, and space stations. The council watched quietly. One woman from the council named Helen asked, "How can you control so many people without using force?" Liam smiled. "We use rules and respect. We have strong leaders, but also freedom for everyone. People choose to follow Earth control because it helps them live better lives." Noah, one of Clara's men, leaned forward. "What about your technology? We have heard stories of great power. Some say Earth control can destroy worlds." Liam shook his head. "We have power, yes, but we use it only to protect. Our weapons are for defense, not attack. We want to share our knowledge to help others, not to harm them." The Queen nodded slowly. "Your words are good, but we must see proof. Our people need to trust before we can believe." Liam understood. "That is fair. We will show you what we can do. Tomorrow, we will demonstrate our technology." After the meeting, Liam and his crew walked through the city with Clara and her men. The city was peaceful and beautiful. Gardens bloomed with colorful flowers. Buildings were clean and simple. People smiled and greeted the visitors kindly. At the market, Liam met a boy named Jack. Jack was curious and brave. He asked many questions about Earth. Liam answered with patience. "Earth is a big world with many people. We have problems, but we work hard to solve them." Jack looked thoughtful. "You think Earth control can help us too?" Liam smiled. "That is the hope. You want to help your world grow and be safe." That evening, the Queen and her team prepared for the demonstration. The people of the city gathered in an open field near the landing site. The strange ship stood silent in the background. The sky was clear, and the stars shone bright. Liam and his crew brought out small machines and devices. They showed how their energy shields could protect a whole city from harm. The shields glowed softly, like a dome of light. The crowd gasped in wonder. Then Liam showed a device that could heal injured plants and animals quickly. The crowd watched as a broken branch on a tree healed right before their eyes. The Queen smiled. "This is amazing. Such power could help us greatly." Lucas spoke to the crowd. "Our technology is not magic. It is the result of hard work and science. We want to share it with you to make your lives better." Some in the crowd still looked unsure. A man named Peter whispered to his friend, "Can we trust these strangers? What if they want to take over?" But others, like Maria, the woman Evan spoke with before, felt hope. Maybe this is the new start we need. After the demonstration, the Queen spoke to Liam privately. "Your people have great skill and good hearts. But trust is not easy to win. We must be careful." Liam nodded. "We understand. We will earn your trust step by step." The next days were filled with more talks and visits. The humans and the people of the city shared stories, food, and culture. Friendships began to form. The Queen saw the strength of her people in their open hearts. One morning, Clara received a message from a neighboring city. They had heard about Earth control and wanted to know if the visitors were true friends or a threat. The Queen decided to send a delegation, led by Evan and Lucas, to meet with the neighboring leaders. Before they left, Clara spoke to them. "You carry the hopes of our people. Show them the truth about Earth control. Be strong and kind." Evan and Lucas bowed. "We will do our best." As they traveled, Evan thought about the journey ahead. He knew that the future of their world might depend on the success of this mission. Lucas was ready to protect and speak for their people. Together, they were more than just messengers. They were the bridge between two worlds. Back in the city, Liam and his crew worked with the Queen's advisors. They planned how to share more technology and knowledge. Noah helped explain Earth's ways to the Council. He believed in the chance for peace and friendship. Days passed, and the people of the city began to feel less fear. The name Earth Control became less of a mystery and more of a hope. The Queen smiled when she saw children playing with Liam's crew, learning new games and ideas. One night, Clara stood alone on her balcony. The stars were bright and clear. She thought about the long road ahead. The future was full of questions, but also promise. She believed that with courage and trust, their worlds could grow together. The unknown vessel waited quietly in the field, no longer a threat but a symbol of new beginnings. The Queen whispered softly, "Let this be the start of peace." The days passed quietly, but inside the city, the feeling was different. The arrival of the visitors from Earth had changed many minds. Some people were excited about the new knowledge and hope. Others were still afraid and unsure. The Queen, Clara, knew this was normal. Change often brought fear. She wanted to help her people understand and accept this new time. Inside the Great Hall, a meeting was called. The Queen sat at the head of the long table. Around her were the council members, the visitors from Earth, and her closest advisors. The air was filled with quiet tension. Everyone knew this talk was important. One of the council members, a man named Robert, spoke first. His voice was serious. Stories about Earth Control tell of power and control. How do we know they are not here to take over our world? The question was simple, but heavy. The room fell silent. Liam, the leader of the visitors, stood calmly. "We understand your fear. It is natural when something new arrives. But Earth Control is about peace and protection. We do not seek to rule your world. We want to help your people grow stronger and safer." Evan, one of the Queen's men, added, "I have seen their technology and their hearts. They want to build, not destroy." Lucas nodded beside him. "Our people need time to see the truth, not just hear it." The Queen raised her hand gently. "Trust is built on actions, not words. We will watch and learn together. This is the only way forward." Her voice was firm and kind. The council members looked at each other. Some nodded slowly. Others stayed quiet but thoughtful. After the meeting, the Queen and her men walked outside. The sky was clear and the sun was warm. Clara turned to Liam. "You must understand, trust is not easy here, but we will try." Liam smiled. "We are ready to prove ourselves. We have waited a long time for this chance." The next days were busy. The visitors shared their knowledge with the people. They showed how their machines could help farms grow better food. They shared ways to clean the water and use energy without harm. The city began to change slowly. People saw the good that could come. In a small house, a girl named Anna sat with Lucas. She listened closely as he explained how Earth used its energy. Anna was curious and smart. She asked many questions. Lucas was patient and kind, answering every one. Nearby, Maria, the woman who had met Evan before, helped teach new ways to heal plants. The healing device from Earth was simple but powerful. It made the crops grow healthy again after a bad storm. The farmers smiled, feeling hope for the first time in years. But not everyone was happy. A few people still whispered doubts. They feared that Earth Control would one day take control of their lives. They worried that their freedom would end. The Queen knew she must listen to these voices too. One evening, Clara met with a small group of people who felt unsure. She sat quietly and let them speak. One man said, "I do not want to lose my home to strangers. How can we be sure they will not turn against us?" Clara looked at him kindly. "I understand your fear. It is real and important. We will protect our home and our people, but we must also be brave enough to try something new." The people nodded slowly. The Queen's calm words helped them feel less alone. They agreed to watch and wait, hoping for the best. At the same time, Evan and Lucas returned from their journey to the neighboring city. They had met with leaders there and shared stories about Earth Control and the new friendship. Some leaders were open and curious. Others were still full of doubt. Evan spoke to the Queen about their trip. "We must be patient. It will take time for all to believe." "But I saw hope too," Lucas added. "We must keep working and showing them the truth." The Queen agreed. "We will build bridges, not walls. This is our future." One morning, Liam invited the Queen and her team to visit the Earth ship. It was large and bright inside, full of strange machines and soft lights. The visitors from the city were amazed. They saw rooms where people slept, worked, and learned. Everything was clean and simple. Clara walked through the ship with care. She saw how the humans lived and worked together. She felt a strong connection. Here were people not so different from her own. They shared hopes and fears, dreams and hard work. Liam showed her the ship's command center. Screens showed stars and planets far away. He said, "We are explorers, looking for friends and new homes. We want to protect and learn." Clara smiled. Then we are not so different after all. Back on the planet, the people talked about the visit. They saw the visitors from Earth as real and human, not strange or distant. Trust grew slowly but surely. One day, a new problem arose. A sudden storm came, strong and fast. It threatened the city and the farms. The people were scared. They looked to the Queen for help. Clara called Liam and his team. Together, they used Earth's technology to protect the city. The energy shields rose, strong and bright, stopping the worst of the storm. People watched in awe as the power kept them safe. When the storm passed, the city was still standing. People cheered. Many said this was proof that Earth control was not a threat but a friend. The Queen looked at the crowd. Her heart was full. Today we saw strength and unity. Together, we are stronger. From that day, more people believed. They saw the visitors not as strangers, but as partners. The Queen knew the road was long and hard, but the future was brighter. At night, Clara stood on her balcony and looked at the stars. The ship from Earth rested quietly. The city was calm and hopeful. She whispered, "We will face the future together." The sun rose over the city, casting a warm light on the streets below. It was a day full of promise and new beginnings. The Queen, Clara, stood on her balcony, watching the people below. She saw children playing, merchants selling goods, and neighbors talking. Life was moving forward, but this day held something special. Liam and his crew prepared for a gathering in the city square. They wanted to share more of Earth's knowledge and celebrate the growing friendship between their people. Clara smiled. She felt hope in her heart, but she also knew the journey was not yet over. The square filled quickly. People from all parts of the city came to listen and learn. The Queen stood beside Liam as he spoke. His voice was clear and strong. "Today we come not just as visitors, but as friends. We share the hope that our two worlds can grow together. Earth Control is here to help, to protect, and to build a future with you." The crowd listened closely. Some faces were full of joy. Others still held worry, but all were curious. After the speech, Liam invited people to ask questions. A boy named Sam stepped forward. "How will Earth Control help us if trouble comes again?" Liam smiled gently. "We will work with you to keep your home safe. Our technology can protect and heal. But the most important thing is trust and working together." Maria, the woman who helped with the farms, asked about education. Liam explained how Earth had schools where children learned many things to help their future. The Queen nodded. "Education will help our children build a better world." As the day went on, the visitors shared stories, foods, and ideas. People laughed and talked, breaking down old fears. New friendships grew strong. That evening, the Queen met with her council. She spoke about the future. "We have come far, but there is more to do. Our people must learn, grow, and stand together. Earth Control is not a ruler here. It is a partner," Evan added. "We must keep showing our people the truth. We must be patient and strong." The council agreed. They knew trust was a slow path, but worth every step. Days turned into weeks. The city changed in small ways. Farms grew healthier with new tools. The water was cleaner. The people had more hope. The Queen saw the smiles on children's faces and knew the future was bright. One day a messenger came with news. The neighboring city had sent envoys to visit. They wanted to see the changes and decide if they could trust Earth Control too. Clara felt proud. The message was a sign of progress. She sent Evan and Lucas to welcome the visitors. They were ready to show the truth and build more bridges. Back in the city, Liam prepared for a special meeting with Clara. He wanted to talk about the long-term plans. They met in a quiet room filled with light. Liam said, "Our goal is peace and growth. We want to help your people live better lives, not control them. Earth control is a promise, not a threat." Clara nodded. "We will work together. Our people must learn to trust, but I believe in this path." They planned schools, hospitals, and farms. They spoke of sharing knowledge and helping each other face any future dangers. Outside, the stars twinkled softly. The unknown ship no longer seemed strange, but a symbol of hope and friendship. One night, Clara walked through the city alone. She saw the lights and homes and the quiet streets. She felt a deep peace inside. She thought of the long road they had traveled, from fear and doubt to trust and friendship. It had not been easy, but it was worth every step. Clara smiled to herself. "We are not alone. Together we are stronger." The people of the city slept peacefully under the stars. The visitors from Earth rested too, ready for the future. The name Earth Control was no longer a warning, but a promise. A promise of peace, friendship, and a new beginning for all.